Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
All right, let's get some stock movers right now. I'm Alex Steele alongside Paul Sweeney. We're joined now by Bloomberg's Denitsa Sakova. All right, you're looking first off at Marvell Technologies.
Yeah, it's up 9% today, which is a much needed relief. The ticker is MRVL. The company was down about 30% before this rally. It had an event focused on AI, and we're seeing so many upgrades after this. We saw Melius Research raising their target. We saw Bank of America raising their target. We saw B. Riley raising their target. So there is a lot of optimism. And we remember just a few weeks ago when the earnings reports was out, there was a lot of disappointment. The report wasn't bad, but the expectations were so high about the company that there was a big slump after the first quarter earnings, which were pretty much in line with analyst expectations. That said, the event is bringing some optimism. One number that jumps is that their overall data center market is expected to grow to 94 billion by 2028, and that was something everyone was looking for in the earnings. So perhaps some of the optimism that's pouring today is coming on that. There is some other partnership with Empower Semiconductor. So overall, the event is definitely boosting the stock after a rough start of the year.
Interesting. All right. How about Circle Internet Group? What an IPO this has been.
That's a fascinating IPO indeed. As we remember, after the IPO, it jumped 168%, and that rally continues. So far, since the IPO, it's up 400%. And now we also have legislation. We have the U.S. Senate passing a stablecoin legislation. This is setting up the regulatory rules for the cryptocurrencies that are pegged to the door. This is a landmark legislation. Obviously, it's kind of paying off after the really big investments from the crypto industry that were supporting the electing campaign of Donald Trump. So this is kind of one major milestone. The rule is that dollar-pegged stablecoins should have to hold dollar-for-dollar reserves in short-term government debt. And yeah, the stock is soaring, and this is just another. Today gain is just 4%, which seems small after 400, but definitely more upside.
And let's go to Constellation Energy, one of my favorite stocks to talk about, making deals left and right with hyperscalers here.
Yes. That's definitely one of the movers. We're also looking at, for example, alcohol beverages today. They are
okay. Not my fault. Our producer said Constellation Energy instead of brands.
That's another mover.
I'm totally selling them out. This was not my fault.
That's another mover. Alcohol beverages are moving on reports that the U.S. dietary guidelines are expected to eliminate the long-standing recommendation of 1-2 drinks per day, and now those guidelines are supposed to be a little bit vaguer, which is boost to those alcohol brands. For example, Constellation Brands is down 27% year to date. Today the gain is really small, but perhaps this is bringing some optimism. Of course, this is developing story, so we don't know too much about the guidelines, but there is some optimism for all those alcohol brands that have been suffering year to date.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.